After finishing this drum, I made some alarming discovery. Hello everybody and welcome to day 72 of my Jaguar restoration project, a car rebuild series on this S-Type 4.2 V8 Sport with already 72 episodes published and a lot more still to come. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, consider doing so and please also ring the notification bell. For today I promised you a transmission update, so here we go. That's all the internals I had stored away while doing other work on the car. One clutch pack, another clutch pack, a third clutch pack number 4, one more small clutch pack, the transmission output shaft, the ring gear and a snap ring belonging to this shaft, the intermediate shaft, a bunch of drums, the stator/pump assembly, the planetary assembly, one big snap ring, one ball bearing and 3 needle bearings, a bag of bolts, a lot more bolts, and finally the output flange with the flange nut, the old seal and 2 more snap rings. If you have watched my previous content, you know that all the components wrapped into plastic are rebuilt already, but after finishing this drum I made some alarming discovery. It's the A or B drum, I'm not 100% sure, and as you can see the piston inside here consists of an outer steel part and an alloy portion here at the bottom. Those two parts are machined together by creating those little extensions which trap the steel part underneath. Here's an even closer look, and as you can see the retainers are intact in this area but are broken off here and on these two positions. The one retainer in between those two broken off seems to be intact but actually is cracked from both sides. I may have contributed to this damage when I was prying this piston out with a screwdriver instead of using air pressure, but on the other hand I found one of those broken alloy parts inside the E-drum, which wasn't even close at the disassembly. And here's the new piston I picked up at the local CF store in Vienna. You won't believe how cheap this was, only around 30 euros. That's much cheaper than all the used offers on eBay, which by the way may suffer from the same issue because they made a design change. As you can see, no retainers here. There's a lip now going all around the piston. So this drum must be reattempted. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit out of practice. The first step is getting the spring depressed. Step 2, prying out the snap ring. Here it goes. I can now take out the washer and the spring. Prying out the piston again. Can't do any more damage now, so I don't really care. I just try to be gentle, not to harm the rubber parts, which will be transferred to the new piston. One more snap ring here inside. I should have watched my own videos before reattempting this. So now I should be able to take out this inner portion, or maybe both pistons, the large and the small inner one, will now come out together. Yes, of course. Here they are. I have to say, machining quality of the old piston was much better. A lot of marks here on the new one. So let's take out the inner portion from the old piston. Turning helps. the new O-ring of course stays on, while I have to remove the already replaced new O-rings from the old piston. That's the big one, and the small one here inside at the bottom. Voila. Again, lubricating the drum on its contact surfaces as well as the new piston. Putting the O-rings back onto the new piston. Also the inner one. Installing this inner piston. And now everything should go back together. Now I should be able to reinstall the inner snap ring. This wasn't all that easy when I was doing it the first time. And now isn't as well. This is the nastiest snap ring of the whole rebuild. Yes. The washer. Now this must be depressed again, of course. Yes, and now it's seated 100%. So this has been the rebuild of what I suspect to be the B-clutch drum. And when I was picking the replacement piston up at the CF store, I also went for replacement needle bearings. That's the one that belongs here into the pump assembly. And I also purchased replacement ones for those at the transmission output side. Here's the big needle bearing, and one more, the ball bearing. If already doing a full transmission rebuild, I don't want to skip those really cheap parts. Each of those bearings was, I think, 10 or 15 euros. I was skipping 2 bushings at the rebuild already, by the way. Those two where the intermediate shaft is riding on. One would fit here inside the output shaft assembly, and the second into the E-drum. As you can see, both bushings have pockets inside to better collect the oil, while the replacement ones don't. But the actual reason why I didn't change them out is that those bushings are locked in place. Here on the output shaft you can see that the metal is depressed and prevents the bushing from coming out physically, while on the E-drum the surface underneath the bushing isn't 100% round, which shall prevent it from spinning. So in both cases machining had been required, and it wouldn't have been possible to restore the mechanism built in from the factory, obviously for good reasons. To be fully prepared for the reassembly next week, I still have to clean up the transmission housing. This should be achieved within the next 2 or 3 days. If you enjoyed the video, you may want to give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel. See you back next time. Goodbye.